Today we're going to be talking about 3 reasons why you should fire your marketing agency. Now, I know what you're thinking. Hey, Josiah, don't you run a marketing agency? Are you telling us how to fire you? Maybe, maybe not. My job is to give you the information, the facts, so you can make wise, educated decisions for your business on what marketing companies you should be working with, how to work with them, and why to maybe end your relationship with them. All right. So the first reason I would say to fire your marketing company would be if you're not seeing results. So this is a tricky thing, right? Because you can't fire you hire your marketing company day one, you can't fire them. There are reasons you could fire them day two, but we're avoiding all the glaring, huge mistakes, misleading, deceitful things that marketing companies do. And we're talking about a marketing company with good systems that you're working with. So don't be too quick to fire your marketing company. We need to give it time. If you want to fire your marketing company, you need to know your numbers, your cost per lead, your cost per appointment, your cost per sit, your cost per sale. Your cost per lead and cost per appointment are going to be really direct indicators of your marketing and your appointment setting process. If you put bad leads into a good appointment setting process, you may be able to still eke out a good result. If you feed good leads into a bad appointment setting process, you're going to get nothing. So good leads can't fix a bad appointment setting process. A good appointment setting process can sometimes fix a bad marketing process. Ideally, you have a good marketing process with a good appointment setting process working together. So those first two numbers, your cost per lead and cost per appointment, lean heavily on your marketing company as well as your appointment setting process. The last two, your cost per sit and cost per sale, typically reflect a lot more on your appointment setting process and your sales process. However, I have seen misleading ads inflate, give you a really low cost per lead, a really good cost per appointment, a really good sit rate, and you have a really bad sales rate because customers were misled on the first two steps of the process. So everything has to be working together for the process to work. So typically, in a good process, I'm holding the marketing company accountable for the cost per lead. If I'm confident in my appointment setting process, I'm also holding my marketing company somewhat responsible for the cost per appointment. My marketing company has nothing to do with the cost per sit or cost per sale unless they're doing something shady. So moving on from that, here's some possible reasons why it would take time to see performance from your marketing company. So not every ad works every time. Yes, even people who spend millions of dollars on advertising don't know what's going to work every time. Marketing is this beautiful mix of a little bit of numbers and math and creativity. Where that meets is marketing, right? It's human psychology, human behavior, which if we know anything about humans, we're anything but predictable, but that unpredictability also makes us predictable, if you catch what I'm putting down. There's nothing ever guaranteed in marketing. I think if a marketing company is an actual marketing company and just not a company that is scaled like one really good ad or hey, I found one thing that kind of worked this one time, so let me try it for you. The best marketers are always testing, but if they consistently show that they have no idea of what is working, I would consider that, as the kids say, a beige flag. I would even consider that a yellow flag. Another reason why it could take time to see performance from your marketing company is if you've never ran or worked leads before. This is something we run into pretty often. You didn't just go out your first day door knocking or your first day in solar or whatever your business and just crush it your first day, right? Like you had to learn your pitch, the nuances, your soft skills, your systems and processes for door knocking or selling referrals or however you get business. You don't just like wander into that and do it blindly. Like if you have a lot of experience or very naturally gifted in sales, you can kind of take your way through that. But for a lot of people, they've never worked online leads before. And so when you're talking to a lead who's came in, through the internet, there's a certain way you should talk to them. There's a certain amount of times you should call them. You should have somebody responsible for contacting leads and setting appointments. And a lot of people just haven't built those muscles before. So you need to build systems and processes to strengthen those muscles. There's a lot of good scripts out there. Prospect Bacon has some training on this. Other people have trainings on this. You need to learn like a system and process that works for you so that you can hold your marketing company accountable, right? Because if you have no idea what you're doing and then you're just blaming the marketing company, that's not a good recipe for success. It could be a bad time seasonally. So this is something I almost didn't want to put in, but sometimes there are things going on in a consumer's mind that are more top of mind that can cause a downturn in overall leads or appointments. Q4 comes to mind, holidays comes to mind, potentially spring break, election cycles, we know cause a downturn. This is the last thing I typically ever want to blame performance on, but it does play an overall effect, right? You may not set many appointments on the 4th of July because people are busy doing other things. I would say if you're not seeing that ROI by the end of around 3 months or positive signs, and you feel you can say, I've done everything I've done to make this work, I'm not seeing the same from a marketing company, it may be time to call it quits. This may seem obvious, but most of the time people either wait way too long or cut their losses way too quickly. I would, if you're ready or thinking about talking to a marketing company, you need to be ready to put these systems and processes into your business so that you can hold your marketing company accountable. All right. Reason number 2, we're going to talk about compliance. Oh, that's fun. A lot of compliance talk this year. So another reason not to work with your marketing agency is if the ads they're running are not compliant. You may remember from some previous trainings, we're using the word THEN, THEN, to remember what a compliant lead looks like. Compliant lead is transparent, has opt-ins and terms of service agreements exclusively with your solar company. The leads are exclusive to your solar company, and those ads are not misleading consumers. As long as you're checking all those boxes, guess what? You can do whatever you want with your leads post January 1st, 2025, next year. You want to own that data. You want to make sales from the data you're generating today, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now. So we want to make sure our marketing's compliant. Signs that your marketing company may not be compliant. They're not running ads from your ad account. They have a lack of transparency about the leads they're generating. They don't want to show you the ads or copy because they're afraid you're going to steal them. They're running really weird hooks or offers. Like I've seen weird stuff, man. And then providing, shared leads instead of exclusive ones. And again, I will say there are legitimate shared lead providers right now that are 100% compliant within the realms of the law. However, as of January 1st, 2025 of next year, those leads will not have opt-in consent directly with your solar company. So you will have to either re-engage those leads with an attempt to opt them in, which I would say good luck with that, or there's just going to be dead leads to your team. And some people will come in and say, well, Josiah, that's more for AI and robo-dialing, but it also includes SMS. And if you have a bunch of leads that you can't text and can only manually call, that's a really rough place to be. Reason number 3 to fire your marketing agency, I would say dishonesty about offers. So it's important to have honesty in the offers that are being marketed. If you're in solar, I think solar is a good enough product to sell itself. You don't have to do anything super wacky to market it. So signs that your marketing company isn't honest about the offers they're marketing. So if the CPL is low and appointments are setting at a low rate, it could be a sign of a dishonest offer. If the CPL is low, but appointments are high, but sales are low, it could also be a sign of a misleading offer. People don't follow through on their deal or appointment because they thought they were getting something different than what was presented to them at the appointment setting process time or at the sales process time. This would result in fewer deals, and we're setting, bad expectations for customers considering solar. So, the same thing with compliance. There's a lack of transparency. They don't show you what the leads are generating. They're not giving you access to the ad account. They're hesitant to show you ads or copy, or what you're hearing on the phone is dramatically different from what they're telling you the ad or copy says. Now, I will add a caveat here. There are a ton of free solar ads and other stuff. I think sometimes consumers get confused and see other ads in solar, and they've just kind of built this collective idea of what they think solar is in their brain. But for the most part, like a lot of that's pointing to like a dishonesty in the offer from that solar marketing company. Thanks for hanging out today, guys. I'm trying to keep this content more like micro size so you have really actionable takeaways. If you're watching this later on YouTube, we also should have a link in the description for you. But if you're in the Facebook group, just comment info below for a free PDF download for a team. And if you're looking for a marketing company that you most definitely probably won't want to fire, I give a strong endorsement to Prospect Bacon. All jokes aside, I really do think we are a really solid offering for what we're providing in the market right now. So if you want to have a no pressure conversation with somebody from my team, just reach out, prospectbacon.com, or you can just message when you get that PDF from somebody. They'll be happy to provide you some more information. Thanks for hanging out today. And also in the Facebook group, if you guys have any more ideas for like further topics we're doing, we're building this out. We're going hard, not stopping anytime soon. So just drop that information below. If you're watching this later on YouTube, like, subscribe, share it with your friends or family or solar or business acquaintances. I don't know. And also, we put all these up on our Grow Your Solar Business podcast. If you'd rather listen to this digitally as well, we started a Good Grease podcast where I'm getting a bit more into like business advice, life, and overall entrepreneurship. That's on any place you can see a podcast. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate all of you so very much. And I will talk to you soon. Keep it greasy.